I want you guys to see it for yourself. I always look at the clock right when it hits this time, okay? And I was telling my friend Raj yesterday, I said, look, my timing in my own little world is always on point, which is why I'm never on time in the so-called natural world, which is completely unnatural for those of you that probably already know that. It's not natural to do the majority of things that we do. Like, the reason why people are so screwed up is because everything that is in our society, specifically in Western civilization, specifically in these like first world industrialized countries, if it's a first world country, that means terrible. You're gonna be miserable. We insist upon it. So we can pretend to give you solutions to problems that you wouldn't have had. Fucking India. Now, I know that second world, third world countries, they have problems. Obviously, right? I think that this country is only free to the people that run it. You know, they're free to do whatever they want. They take the liberty to fuck us up. When you don't need all this shit to be happy. Nobody needs a phone, nobody needs a TV. I appreciate my musical instruments, but I don't need musical instruments to make music. I got a voice. I can bang on shit, you know? You guys, I have this whole collection of cold brew glasses. Lauren knows about them, okay? Have a ridiculous amount of cold brew. Like an entire box, okay? And I was thinking if I just fill them with water, like different levels of water, you know, I can just bang on them, and that's pretty cool. I mean, we got to think outside the box, you know. We don't know what's going to happen. I see a helicopter and it's making me nervous. I hate helicopters. I hate them. I don't know what it is. I really don't like seeing any kind of aircraft, I'll be honest. Because people don't look at shit right. Every time that they invent something, it's something that can be used against the general public. And the general public just soaks it up and they're like, oh my God, this is so great that we have this new thing that we're not really going to appreciate eventually. I remember the first time I ever got on an airplane, it was like so incredible. And I was just like so astounded that I was like flying, you know. So for that reason, it can be cool. I mean, the automobile really is amazing. You know, I really appreciate driving. I really appreciate the freedom that comes from that. You know? I think that the automobile is probably the best example of like true freedom in America. But it's unfortunate that the people in first world countries, they don't appreciate the freedom that they actually have, you know? And they talk about certain things like that they think are so important, but it's like I just don't think that anybody in first world countries values their freedom at all. Like, if they have a phone that tracks them and it's not just about the tracking. I really don't give a shit about that. It's more about like all of the freedom that it takes away from you, you know? Like, think about all that it really robs you of. Like, now you're thinking about, oh, I have to check my phone. I have to check my Facebook account. I have to check my Twitter. I have to tweet and retweet and then tweet again because I'm so important. Everybody has to know my opinion on this particular subject. Everybody has to know my opinion on this political event that was obviously not what they're saying it is. Everybody must know how I feel about everything at all times. Is that a good impression? I feel like that's a pretty good impression. Everybody on Twitter is a piece of shit. I'm just gonna say it. Everybody on Telegram is a piece of shit too. Like, and I'm not saying that because I don't understand that there's like a purpose for it, or that like there couldn't be good things about it. But like, if it's generally just for your ego, if this is all you're doing, oh God, oh God, oh God, that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing online. All these motherfuckers that want to act like they don't masturbate, I hate to break it to you. If you're masturbating inside your head because you think that you're better than everybody else, contrary to the massive amount of videos I have, I don't have to do this. I do this for you. I do this for you. Because I have always talked to God. I've always been this person, you know? Like, whatever you see on the channel, like, I'm already doing that. I'm not doing this for the channel or, like, because I want, like, attention or whatever. I mean, that's cool if people watch it and they're inspired and they feel like, there's somebody else out there that understands. There's somebody else out there that really gets what's happening and isn't in a state of psychosis. The internet is like the vehicle to psychosis, okay? And if you can't see that, you know, you're part of the problem. So all the stuff you complain about, like just complaining about it, and I realize like I do that shit too. That's why I try to create. I try to give you something rather than just reiterate and say the same shit, you know? So I'm trying to do something as a way to fight back, you know? Because the last thing they want you to do is create. Because if you create, that takes their power away. You understand? They can't possibly have power over you if you're doing something about your state of mind. And I mean, I can't tell you how often it's happened where, you know, I'll feel like shit and then I'll start playing music and I'll feel better. Like pretty much immediately, man. They don't want you to do that. The power is in creation. Nothing else. Nothing else is going to do that shit for you. Okay? Nothing else. And the reason why the power is in creation is because God gave us that power. Because God is inside of us. Okay? So if we create, we are being the best possible example of Him. Okay? Now, I know I swear a lot, but it's because I work at a restaurant and I do comedy with a bunch of progressive heathens. And I just love the fuck out of swear words. Get over it. Swear words are great. And it doesn't matter. They're just words. Everything's just a word. Like, it's kind of stupid to get mad about that. Especially considering the fact that they change the language like every few months, you know? So, it's like, how can you get mad about something that is fixing to change? You know, kind of like the news cycle. But, anyway. People don't want to create anything. They just want to whine about all the stuff that's been created for them to destroy them. And then they act like they don't have the choice to let go of it. But you do. You always have the choice. Don't take your phone with you. You go somewhere, don't take your phone with you. Lock your phone in a drawer. Give yourself limits. Delete apps that make you feel like crap. You know, it's like people that complain about it, but they just continue to do it. It's like somebody complain about how fat they are and they keep eating fast food. Okay? You're just like those people. You could put yourself on a pedestal and be like, "Well, I'm not obese. I'm not obese. I don't jerk off." Yes, you do. Your fucking ego, man. Ego tripping at the gates of hell. Like a Flaming Lips song. It's a great song. You should look it up. It's off of the album Yoshimi Battles the Pink Robots. Ooh, I think that Arlo threw up in my pants. That's cool. It's my cat. You know, it's funny. This joke is for Lauren. You know, I yelled at him and then I felt bad about it and I picked him up and I said I was sorry, but he'd already forgotten about it.